Brilliant, we're live. So welcome back to FRL Formula 3. We're here for round 4 of the Formula 3 Championship at Baku, a notoriously crazy race, so I'm pretty excited for this one today. I'm joined by a co-commentator, not Rocco this week. We're joined by Dylan again for the second time this year. Dylan, how you doing?
Hello everyone. I'm feeling pretty good. How are you, Aiden?
I'm very good myself, thank you very much. Everyone in FB will be pleased to hear that I believe my connection is all sorted. So none of the lagging that we had last week, thank the Lord. And fingers crossed it all goes smooth sailing from here.
Hopefully we won't see any aliens this week.
Yep, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Everyone say hi in the chat if everyone's here. Hilly Paws watching. Tigers Esports Racing Team's watching. Hello everyone. We've got 18 on the grid so far. We've got 2 spaces left, but I don't think anyone else is going to be joining us today. We'll leave it until 7 o'clock in case anyone becomes available, but other than that, we'll just wait for the timer to tick down, really. Yeah. While we wait, I will get the championship standings up for everyone.
A friendly reminder, Chris, who won last race, changed his gamer tag to Crusher.
Yes, so... Crusher 0502 is SR Just Chris. He was the winner last time out, just in case people aren't aware. Where's the F3 standings? Right, I think this is the right one. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so championship standings then after race 3 at China. So currently it's Tish leading their championship on 70 points. Joint second at the moment are Michael F1 and SVD Rackler on 38 points. They have almost half the points Tish has at this point. Tish has had 3 podiums in a row, so he's had a great start to the season. SR Just Chris jumps to 4th after his win last time out. Mater Boy drops to 5th after a bit of a poor showing in China. Edzak is 6th, followed by T-Hawk and O. Steven, the 2 Ferrari drivers in 7th and 8th. Van Dungen finishes 9th after a great showing in China as well. And Tennis Bow rounds out the top 10. After Tennis Bow in 10th, it's Damon and then Billy. Davey is 13th, despite missing 2 races. JB is 14th, Ruben 15th, Jisisuke 16th, Xenon 17th, and F1 fan Red Bull is the last point scorer in 18th. The only 3 people not to score so far are Verstappen, MTL Larson, and James Killer.
Yeah, very interesting. Tish already taking commanding lead over the championship.
Yeah, he's had whilst his qualifying's not exactly been strong, his races have been incredibly strong. His races have been almost dominant in some cases. China, although he didn't win in China, he still had a great performance. Just looking at the manufacturer's standings now as well. After 3 consecutive 36-point finishes from Williams, they are the championship leaders at the moment on 108 points. Second on 55 points is McLaren, so Williams have a massive lead in the manufacturers already. Alfa Romeo are 3rd at the moment, ahead of Toro Rosso, then Red Bull 5th, Ferrari is 6th, Mercedes are 7th, Racing Point at 8th, Renault are 9th, and Haas are down in 10th. Brilliant, and yeah, everyone start readying up, just about time to go. We haven't really had, as far as I can remember, any wet weather so far in Formula 3, so I wonder if that's going to change today.
Yeah, it's Baku's not really known for a lot of wet driving, but I think if it rains, it will certainly spice up the grid order.
If it wasn't spicy enough, Baku's definitely a crazy race.
Yeah. Make sure everyone lets us know what the weather is like for the race.
Yeah.
We commentators, of course, would like to know that.
It's looking dry for qualifying at the moment. Obviously, as well, choice of strategies. Not really sure what the best strategy is around here. I think a softer hard is possible. A medium hard is also definitely possible.
Yeah, soft medium is
risky.
Yeah,
Definitely risky. it's risky. If you can manage your tyres well, like Van Dongen did last time out, then you could possibly get away with it. But you'd have to be quite lucky with track space and safety cars and everything.
So, what are your predictions, car mentalist, for this qualifying session?
For qualifying, my predictions. I think based on qualifying form so far this year, I'm going to put Rackler on pole. I think second will go the way of Tish, and third I'm going to put Tennisbal in third. I've gone relatively safe, but
yeah,
what are your predictions?
I also think Rackler is his qualifying pace is insane in all these races, so I think he will get pole position in this race. I do believe that Billy could oh no, never mind. He's on the hard tires. I don't know what's the strategy like, but I think Tish could have a shot at pole, to be honest.
Yeah.
And Tennisbal as well. Yeah.
It's
also been very strong.
Those three have definitely been the on-form people in qualifying so far. However, Tish has really been the only one to convert it into race victories at the moment. But that can all change today. Speaking of Rackler, Rackler is the first one out on the track, and he's immediately gone on to softs.
Yeah, clear strategy call. Billy's out on the hards, and
Tish on the
mediums.
Yeah, Tish is also out on the mediums. Crasher is also out on the mediums as well. Just looking in the chat as well, according to JB and F1 fan Red Bull, the race is also dry.
Okay, nice. We'll have a nice chaotic dry race. I think a lot of people are happy about that, because driving the wet in Baku's even worse than driving in the dry.
Yeah. Definitely a struggle. Wow, Rackler almost putting it in the wall on his out lap. Really pushing. Michael F1 also on the soft. They've got a real mix of strategies at the moment.
Yeah. Very interesting to see. As Damon loses his connection.
It's going to be another one of those sessions by the looks of things for Damon. Yeah, here goes Rackler up to the line. We're right on board with Rackler for his lap then. Turn one relatively safe, not using a lot of the track. To second and then up to third again, not running as close to the wall as he could, but running a relatively safe banker lap by the looks of things at the moment. Come up to turn 3. Guess it stopped well. So he enters the first sector in a 34.9 through the first sector.
Tennisbal behind him did a 34.8. It's a 10th up.
Oh, 10th up already, okay. Into the castle section, the hardest part of the track by a long shot. Rackler keeping it close to the wall. Very neat. Into another one of the trickiest corners on the track to get right. Rackler, ooh, very close to the ball, but just about gets away with it. End of the second sector.
7 minutes up for the final corner.
Yeah, 14.5 at the end of the second sector.
Looked like a good exit.
Has used a lot of ERS though, and the problem with this track is all your ERS usage is going to be in vain if you run out too quickly before the end of the lap. Let's see what Rackler uses. Got a yellow flag in sector 2. Dittis Luke, by the looks of it, was spun in the castle section as it's a 38.4 for Rackler, his first time.
Yeah, and Luke lost his front wing just before the castle section.
Oh, Edzak with a 39.3 and Tennisbal a 38.8. So Tennisbal, even though he's a 10th up in the first sector, losing half a second over the rest of the lap to Rackler. There's definitely some time in there. Rubens into the pit lane.
Tish is about to finish his lap time on the mediums.
That's a 140.3, so he's nearly 2 seconds off as Van Dongen is a 39.7 on softs. Crasher 2 tenths faster than Tish, a 40.1. Next up is one of the Alfa Romeos. Is it Matey Boy by the looks of things? Yeah, and he jumps to 7th, but a 41.6. I think I can imagine he'll probably go faster than that. So we've got
Stephen on his lap.
It's T-Hawk coming up to the line, but he's running in none at the moment. So is he doing 2 warm-up laps by the looks of things, maybe? Or is he coming into the pits?
No, he's coming into the pits. I think he invalidated his lap. JB though, to the final corner.
And a yellow flag in sector 3.
Oh,
Disasuka's crashed at the entrance of the pit lane.
Oh no. I'll place the crash. Even though it's quite tricky pit lane to get right, but
so here comes JB up to the line then. Where's he relative to Crasher and Tish? JB 40.8, so he's half a second off of Tish at the moment. Oh, Stephen up to the line on a set of hards. There's a 43.8. Next up is Billy, he's on an outlap at the moment. And Rackler behind into the pits, so that's kind of the first ones to everyone, but we'll stay on board with Billy and see what he can do on the softs. Another yellow flag in sector 2 somewhere. That's one of the Williams slowing down by the looks of things. Very late on the brakes there from Billy. Just about to keep it out of the wall though. A little bit of curb on the inside. What's his first sector relative to those in front? 35.1, so he's a couple tenths down on Rackler at the start of the lap.
Can he make it up in the second sector?
Well, loses a lot of the inside curb though.
Yeah.
Into the castle section. Oh, that was very close to the wall.
Yellow flag sector.
It was one of the McLarens moving out of the way, I believe. It's down to the end of the second sector comes Billy. It's now 15.3, or a little wide on the exit of the corner, but I imagine this is going to put him somewhere with Edzak and Michel van Dungen by the looks of things. Not using as much ERS as those around him.
However, he will not derate that. He should not derate when he crosses the line.
That comes up to the line. And it's a 39.4, so we're in the middle of Van Dungen and Edzak.
Let's swap in fourth place.
Yeah. Good start to qualifying from Billy.
Rackler's incredibly rapid around the track, it seems like. 4 tenths ahead of Tennisball and nearly a second ahead of Edzak and Billy.
Still waiting to see some competitive times though from almost half the field by the looks of things.
Yeah.
Crasher driving very slowly. Crasher looks like he's run out of fuel by the looks of things. He just needs to make sure that he doesn't get in people's way, which he's doing nicely. So he lets F1 fan Red Bull through, and the two Mercedes as well. Good sportsmanship there. Michael F1 backing off a lap as well as he comes into the pit.
Damon's on a lap. Going into turn 3.
Oh, he's rejoined the session. I didn't even notice him rejoin the session. But anyway, yeah, Damon on lap on the softs. That's his first sector. 35.1, so very similar to Billy in the first sector. Again, uses a lot of curb on the inside, but seems to get away with it. A little bit neater for the cost. Oh, as I say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think T-Hawk's coming up to the... No, wrong one. That's O'Steven that's coming up to the line at the moment. T-Hawk's just behind Damon. What's Damon's middle sector looking like? It's 15.8, so he's a bit down now on Billy after that mistake. This is definitely improvement in there somewhere.
Rackler did a 34.8 in the first sector, and he's flying. He's
a 10th up already. So where does Damon qualify?
F1 Rebel fan holding up tennis ball, it seems. Yeah.
Damon goes P5 with a 39.6.
from Red Bull fan held up tennis ball on a lap. Yeah.
Now Ruben's up behind F1 fan Red Bull as well. Rackler still a 10th up. This is that Xenon coming into the end of a lap. Yeah, let's see where Xenon qualifies. His first time, and he goes P3 with a 39.0.
Yeah.
Here comes Rackler up to the line. Can he improve? Oh, by half a tenth. Half a tenth he improves. So obviously Rackler already very close to his maximum. Ruben getting a nice toe off of F1 fan Red Bull, but it's already derating. Ruben only a 39.9, P8. And F1 fan Red Bull
about to finish his lap as well.
He is 4 tenths up at the moment. This should pop him. This could fly him all the way up to 4th at the moment.
Yeah. Just find us off the line.
So comes up to the line, goes P5, just misses out on being P4. Billy into the pits as one of the Ferraris crossed the line. I believe that was O. Steven that just crossed the line. Yep. Next up, I think, is Edzak, who's on a lap at the moment. This is teammate Damon is on an in lap. Yeah, Edzak's backed off. He was 3 tenths up in the first sector by the looks of things, but he's already backed off.
On a lap in the second sector, coming out of the castle section.
It hasn't set a lap yet, and neither has Michael F1. Davey obviously is a reserve, but he's had some relatively strong performances so far when he's come in. I think he had a good P5 result in Australia. So he comes on to the final section of 15.8, which is very similar to Damon, so this could pop him around P6 or P7 at the moment. Again, a lot of people using a lot of ERS before the lap's up. And D-rating coming up to the line as well. Davey's going to go... Goes P9 on the 40 flat. Just goes to show how much time you lose when you start D-rating. He's matched Damon at the end of the second sector, and he's ended up 4 tenths behind. Van Dungen's backed off by the looks of things. Crash has just started a lap. The Ferrari's just running around at the moment on the hards, not really wanting to change at the moment. Michael F1's still in the pits. Tennis ball. A lot of people running out of fuel as well. They're running these very light at the moment. Crasher on a lap on the softs. Let's see how much he's improving.
24.8.
3 cents. First sector, wow. Yeah, good start to the lap for Crasher then. We've got JB behind on a lap as well.
Tennis ball slowing right down for the final corner. It's calling this yellow flag. Crash on a good lap so far.
Yeah. Keep it clean. Nice over the curb. Just grazes the wall, but I think gets away with it. He's 1.2 seconds up now. A good lap as tennis ball's come to a complete stop on the side of the track. But 1.2 seconds up, this is going to put him in the 38s at the moment. Can he beat Rackler or can he beat Tennis Ball? It's coming up to the line. He goes P2 on a 38.7.
3 tenths behind.
3 tenths behind Rackler, but a great lap from Crasher, who won last time out, obviously. Tennis Ball's just started a lap. JB's about to finish a lap at the moment. He's going to go P9, just a 39.7.
Yep. Improves by a second.
Tennis Ball got a bit of traffic. Van Dongen, oh, Van Dongen parked on the apex. Just gets out of the way, but could have compromised, could have distracted Tennis Ball a little bit. He's still going though.
Seems like everyone's going out for the final run right now. Just
Yeah.
final attempt to get pole position.
Oh, a lot of curve there from Tennis Bow, but gets away with it. Got Crasher in front of him, who's not moved out of the way yet.
Tennis Bow doesn't have ERS left for straight.
Nice and neat on the exit. Is he improving on his time? By a tenth he is, which could put him ahead of Crasher. But Ruben, Ruben parked on the outside of the corner.
Could have cost him. Can he get a toe though from McLaren in front?
Just out of reach by the looks of things.
Yeah. And he's derating already.
Oh, that's going to cost him so much time coming up to the line. And he's into the pit. Oh, and he's hit the wall!
Crash. Oh boy.
Looked like he tried to bail out at the last second, and it... Michael F1's still in the pits, looking like he's not going to set a lap. Ruben's just started.
Same for Xenon.
Oh, F1 fan park.
Xenon started his lap very close behind Red Bull. F1 Red Bull fan. This is yeah. Yeah,
he's already backed off. F1 fan starting his lap and Xenon not backing off and giving himself any room. We've got Damon coming up to start a lap. Two Ferraris running in tandem at the moment. T-Hawk's only just gone on his out lap. Are we half a minute? Are we half a minute behind maybe in the timings? But
yeah, I don't think he'll make it to the line.
Oh, Stephen on that. Oh, Stephen slightly outbrakes himself, but just gets away with it. As Crash has retired from the session in the pit lane. I don't know if T-Hawk's trying to give O'Stephen a toe here, or if he's just holding him up.
Oh, Michel van Dongen was getting held up a lot by Edsax and Michael.
Yeah, and T-Hawk's only just realised his teammates behind him by the looks of things has dived out the way, so T-Hawk also holding him up. Michael F1 only just gone on an out lap. Who have we got on a lap at the moment? Xenon's not improving, obviously after backing off.
Damon's on a lap, P8.
Ooh, close to the wall. Doesn't make the mistake for the castle section this time.
Should improve a lot, because now he gets a good exit.
A lot of people running very closely together coming up to start laps at the moment. Everyone kind of tripping over each other. Ooh, touches the wall slightly, but I think he might just got away with it. Xenon's retired from the session. Damon's 7/10 up, but takes way too much curb in the last corner.
Goes a little bit wide.
He comes up to the line. Damon's going to be the first one to complete.
Could be a third.
Because P5, that moment on the curb at the end of the lap definitely cost him.
Yeah.
Next person on the lap by the looks of things is Ruben, but he's already invalidated, so he's not going to be completing that lap. F1 fan
That's
rebels.
on a lap. Axel's on a lap, 34.9 in the first sector. But Davey is Davey on a lap? He is, but
he is.
That's on his lap, very close behind Davey.
Another two people that have started their laps too close together. Billy just behind them as well. And Michael F1 on his first full lap, just in front of them. And Michael F1 did a 34.9 in the first sector as well.
He did a 35.2, slightly down on the guys in front.
Oh, Michael F1 taps the wall slightly, but I think he just got away with it.
Oh, Xas going deep as well.
14.9 at the end of the second section. Michael F1 a bit wide. Surely though, Edzak's
they're all
going to
getting slipstream from each other. No, I don't think Xas just a little bit out of reach. But Michael F1 ahead.
Yeah,
and
Michael
same for Billy
F1.
to Edsax.
Michael F1 D-rating again.
Edsax.
Michael F1 jumps to P5 on a 39 flat. Edzak P6.
6, just in front of his teammate. And
Billy hits
aborted.
the wall. Yeah, Billy aborted. Davey went into the pit lane, so T-Hawk's on the mediums at the moment, but he's backed off.
Yeah.
So he's not improving either. So there we go then. We predicted it. Rackler looked pretty much set for pole position from his first lap. He didn't really improve on his own time, just goes to show he was at his maximum very quickly, but it's Rackler on pole.
Yes.
Brilliant, there we go then. So it's SVD Rackler on pole. Crasher, last week's race winner, on the front row alongside him. Tennisball P3, so we got 2 of our 3 predictions correct. Xenon P4, Michael F1 takes P5, Edzak 6th, ahead of his teammate Damon in P7, Van Dongen 8th, Billy 9th, and JB rounds out the top 10. Just outside them, it's Ruben and Davey. Tish is only 13th. How did we miss that?
Yeah.
Championship leader down in 13th at Baku. A really, really poor start, as Hiddipors joined the session for some reason. And so's Lion. I mean, if they could get those two to leave the session, that'd be great. T-Hawk takes 14th and F1 fan Red Bull 15th. Matey Boy only 16th. Fairly innocuous session for him. And over Steven and Titisuke, he didn't set a time. So once we see the tyre strategies, we'll make a call on who we think will be the best shot for race win.
I think well, it's actually quite difficult to predict because Ruckler is always so quick in quali, but in the race he always makes a few mistakes that cost him. But I don't really know who's going to win this race, to be honest. I think my prediction, I think Crasher will win this race, and that Xeno will finish second, and either Tennisball or Ruckler in third.
Right. Well, just in the tyre strategies, every single person outside of the top 10, apart from Davey, is starting on the mediums. Davey's starting on the hards. So a real mix of strategies further down the field. All depends how quickly the soft tyres go off. We don't know how fast they can deteriorate. In places like China, they deteriorate after 3 or 4 laps, but here they could last a full stint. We don't know. I think for my race predictions, I'm gonna go with Crasher for the win again. I think he had a great solid run last time out, and he's in a good position to do the same today. I think second, I'm gonna go with. I think we're gonna have a bit of a topsy-turvy race. I'm gonna put Tish P2, and P3. I'm gonna say is Edzak's.
Okay. Yeah, Tish, of course, starting on the medium tires. Yeah, you actually, it's a difficult track back depending on the strategy. So you really want to start at the front just to avoid all the chaos in the mid pack and behind. So you really want to start in front.
Yeah,
However, I think the medium tires are a better race tire compared to the softs.
Definitely. But do you want to start 11th on the mediums in the pack at the start? And we know how notoriously difficult it is to get through this first lap cleanly. Rackler's running an incredibly fast formation lap at the moment.
Yeah, already 5 seconds ahead.
I think he did this last time out in China as well. Or last time he was on pole, he did this. But behind.
Ruben leaving a gap to JB as well. Small gap, and now it's back to normal. As Matey Boy hits the wall twice on a formation lap.
Wow. Lucky there's no damage on the formation lap, but again, trying to get some heat into those tyres.
Okay, a short run to turn 1. Should be very interesting who comes out on top.
But it all kicks off from there on. Long run down into turn 3, another overtaking opportunity before we get back to the pit straight again.
Turn 2 should be very crowded.
Okay, so here we go then. Got 3, 4, 5 lights, and I imagine we're gonna have a bit of a delay. Yep.
I think X left the session.
And lights out, and we're away. And Crasher gets a really good start.
Yeah.
Crasher already passes so Tennis Bow.
Yeah. Oh, Crasher goes wide though. Tennis Bow on the inside of turn 2.
All bit of contact in the background for Matey Boy, I believe. Tennis Bow from third on the grid. Is he going to be able to hold the lead?
Gets a good exit though. Very
side
close.
by side down the pit straight, bumping wheels. Who's going to be the latest on the brakes? Tennis Bow a bit later. Crasher backs out, but Tennis Bow from third on the grid straight into the lead. Great start.
And Rackler from first to third.
Yeah, being shuffled out. Xenon holds on to Peter. Oh, Damon! Damon and Michael get together, and Damon's been put in the wall by the looks of things. He's got damage to his front wing.
Yeah.
JB up to 6th now. It's getting a bit chaotic behind there. Edzak up to P5. Tish has dropped to 16th at the start. Michael F1. Ooh. Michael F1 also with damage. Side by side into the castle section. Oh, Damon hits the wall. Oh, so does Michael F1. Oh, front wing damage there for Davey as well.
And a safety car being deployed.
A safety car, and there's
a lot of penalties.
A lot of 5-second penalties for collisions behind the safety car. That has possibly saved a number of people with front wing damage.
Yeah. Saved Michael.
There's Dittis Luke at the back again. Another crash for Dittis Luke on the first lap. He's completely lost his front wing, but yeah, safety car out for just debris. The amount of debris on the track.
And that's safety car number 1 of this race.
Yeah, great start from Tennis Bow from third on the grid into the lead. Rackler just bogged down off the line, isn't able to go anywhere with it. Now, do any of the soft runners pit? Tennis Bow's in. So is Crasher. They're all in. Oh, Xenon completely too fast into the pit lane. Edzak's in as well. JB stays out.
Damon gets in.
Damon in, but he's going to be held up by his teammate who's also pitted.
Dominance as well.
Ruben's up to P2. F1 fans P3. What on earth is happening here? T-Hawk up to 4th. Billy up to 5th. Oh, Steven 6th. Tennis Bow 7th.
And they're all going on the hard million tires.
Yeah, Tish has had to pit again as well, so that's not good for the championship leader. Edzak on the mediums. So Edzak clearly going for a 2-stop.
Yep.
And Damon really held up, has ended up P15 behind Davey and just in front of Matey Boy. Tish still in the pit lane.
P17. Oh,
a terrible start for the championship leader. But wow, what on earth? A really, really topsy-turvy grid now. JB's ended up in the lead. Ruben P2.
P5 as well.
Billy P5, but they're on the softs as well. Yeah. Ruben F1 fan and T-Hawk in great positions on the mediums now. As well as O'Steven. Tennis Bow's put the mediums on instead of the hards. So Tennis Bow's going for a 2-stop.
Predicting maybe a second safety car?
Maybe, and Crasher and Rackler thinking they can go to the end on a set of hards.
Yeah. They're doing the conservative strategy right now. Because if another safety car doesn't come out, then they could just go to the end of the race. These hard tires, they seem like they never die.
But is it a gamble to go on the harder tires and be slower?
It's a big gamble for both.
I mean, the tire difference in performance between the tires at Baku is massive. The gap between tire performance is very big, so you have to be confident on your pace on the hards to pull that off, and confident that there's not going to be another safety car. And who knows? It's Baku.
Yeah, that's actually needs to overtake Rackler and Crasher to make full use of the medium tires.
Yeah, and latch onto Tennis Bow as well, who could end up disappearing in front of him. But
so everyone
amazingly,
on the mediums and who didn't pit in lap 1 is now in a great position.
Yeah. And amazingly, despite all the carnage of lap 1, we've had no retirements.
Yeah.
So this is the problem now for Billy and JB. Billy's now pitted.
Oh, that's good.
I think has he got front wing damage?
Yeah, I think he had damage. Going into the pits, didn't get too fast.
Oh, so Billy's ended up right at the back now. So JB, the only person that stayed out on the softs.
Yeah.
How far can you take those?
Billy changing front wing, he hit the wall, and he has a 5-second time penalty, but I think he's serving it right now. Instead of, yeah, that's a smart thing.
I think that's one good thing about the safety car. Puts on the hards. So one good thing about the safety car on the first lap is those that did get the 5-second penalty, most of them pitted anyway, so that's their penalty gone.
Has a 5-second time penalty, same for T-Hawk. Steven has one as well.
Wow, okay.
So when they pit, they have to serve the 5 seconds, unfortunately.
This is going to be interesting to see what JB's strategy is from here, because while he may be able to stay out for another 5 or 6 laps, does he then put on the hards or the mediums, and then where will he feed out into this pack of cars that are all now so bunched up?
Yeah, and he has to pit earlier than everyone else, so he'll be quite a few seconds behind everyone. But if there's another safety car after the safety car, then you can just pit and yeah, still have good position.
Yeah. One thing to watch out for though here as well is the restarts behind the safety car here, because of how long that straight is. People could be going for moves into turn 1.
Start as late as possible to maximize your or decrease the chance of being overtaken. Safety car's not in the lap, it seems.
No.
Oh,
it is.
Never mind, it is.
It is a little bit late to the line, but yeah, JB's going to be controlling the field then. When does he decide to go? Is the key thing. Michael F1's just hit the back of Davey behind the safety car.
It's a 5-second time penalty.
JB not really slowing down that much. Might be a smart strategy just to keep the pace up a bit so that.
So you can warm up your tires.
Yeah.
However, you're not bunching everyone up, so it is.
Look at the pack behind him, and he's gone.
Yeah,
JB's gone for it, and Ruben wasn't able to react quick enough to make the move stick. And Tennis Bar's already fallen behind Crasher, and
Billy
Crasher's passed. And Crasher up the inside of O'Steven. Wow, Crasher 2 places in 1. Oh, we've got Van Dongen. More people off at the background. Got Michael F1 off the road. We've got Van Dongen off the road as well. Michael F1 with damage again. But Crasher, an incredible restart.
Yeah, overtakes Tennis Ball on the medium, who was on the medium tires.
Crasher on the hards, and he passes O'Steven as well.
Tennis Ball needs to get past O'Steven here.
Just needs to be smart about it. Doesn't need to rush any moves. O'Steven's out of sync at the moment.
To rush the move. Oh,
O'Steven.
Yeah, it's difficult to overtake there. O'Steven the outside, but I get a good switch back. He used a lot of ERS Tennis Ball to make this move here on the inside.
He does make the move, and O'Steven rightly backs out of the move, knowing that he's lost that one.
Good move by Tennis Ball. He needs to get the pressure right now.
Edzak has passed. Ruben's out of the race. Ruben from the front of the grid has crashed in the castle section.
Oh, he was in P2.
Disaster. Virtual safety car now. Oh, and someone's just got damaged behind the virtual as well. Who was that? Is that Xenon, by the looks of things? Yeah, Xenon's just broken his front wing on the back of Rackler behind the virtual safety car.
Yeah, and he's on the hards. He has to put 5 of them mediums for the hards again.
Wow. And JB already 2.7 seconds out in front now.
Yeah, great restart from JB. And from T-Hawk as well.
Yeah, and again, another sluggish start from Rackler. Edzak's passed him already on those medium tyres. So Rackler losing another position. And JB's into the pits.
And apparently there's... Oh, okay, I can... Crasher overtook F1 Rebel Fan on the restart. Oh, hits the wall! F1 Rebel Fan and Crasher, they make contact. I don't think F1 Rebel Fan got damaged though. That's
just
nice.
About got away with it.
Oh, Tennis Ball hit the back of Rebel
Oh
Fan.
yeah, there's more contact.
On the medium tires, that's certainly not what he wants.
Oh. Xenon, Van Dongen and Michael F1 all
on the
pit.
inside of turn 3. Okay. Close.
Tish back into the top 10 now.
Yeah, Yeah.
Or was Damon's wide? Oh, and Damon's hit the wall. He's outbroke himself and he's hit the wall.
He has damage.
He has damage yet. Davey ran the outside, but Damon, whoa,
Oh,
that's not the smartest move in the world with front wing damage. And Tish has
gets
passed Davey.
It's not the most respectful thing to do. Davey doesn't have damage though, that's good to see.
Yeah, Matey Boy in the back of these as well as Billy and Luke. JB came out in 14th in the end after pitting.
Yeah,
Damon really struggling.
Car. Yeah.
With Edzak, we've got Rackler just behind Edzak as well. Damon really struggling, understeering left, right, centre, and Tish is now through. Damon's got to be careful not to understeer into the wall in this section, and he doesn't. Davey nearly runs into the back of him, but gets away with it. Got Rackler on the back of Edzak. Edzak does defend.
Rackler doesn't have a straight line speed, but breaks late.
Thinks about it. Edzak outbreaks himself slightly. Rackler up the inside. Breaks very late. Oh, bit of contact. Oh, and is that Edzak in the wall with front wing damage? I think he just got away with it.
Yeah, he got away with it.
Yeah, he did. Okay. Little bit of contact there between the two of them, but managed to just managed to get away with it. Damon into the pits now, and he's put the mediums on, so he's also, like Xenon and all that, has dropped to the back. Ruben's now left the session. This is Luke. Looks like he's made a mistake. Yeah, he's outbroke himself into turn 3. Who's closest to the moment? Crasher starting to catch T-Hawk for the lead and taking Tennis Bow with him. Despite Tennis Bow having that front wing damage, so still good pace in Tennis Bow.
Yeah, very good pace to keep up with Crasher and T-Hawk, and they're leaving Red Bull fan, Red Bull.
However,
fun fan Red Bull. Okay, sorry.
But Tennis Bow pitting, all those people pitting for mediums at the start, they're basically on the same strategy now as T-Hawk. So T-Hawk's just gained about 10 places without having to do anything.
Yeah.
And he's racing what was the net race leader.
Yeah, same for Steven, but he also has a bad final corner, and
Rackler's going to try and pass him.
Yeah, Steven, though, with a lot of straight line speed.
Crasher really close, but not quite.
Rackler with DRS is struggling to overtake Steven around the outside. No, he concedes.
He concedes the players, yeah, Rackler takes it. But Edzak really struggling on those mediums. He's not able to try and keep up as Billy's past Matey Boy, but runs a bit wide on the exit, and Matey Boy's back through. We've also got Tish up to 8th now. And again, Rackler now onto the back of F1 fan Red Bull. Xenon sets the fastest lap for the 43.3, but he's on the softs.
Great.
All Tennis Bow looking on the back of Crasher. Ooh, Crasher a little bit heavy into the braking zone, but just about gets away with it. Oh, Tennis Bow 4th, that was close to the wall.
Rackler close to F1 fan.
Oh, but Rackler makes a mistake.
I know Steven could get him. I know Steven doesn't fight it, doesn't put it up in higher.
Fair enough, there is a long straight coming up, he can use that.
As Billy overtook Matey Boy.
Oh, and Xenon's spun by the looks of things. He has, yeah, and he's got front wing damage as well, so again, another good qualifying spoiled by a poor race for Xenon. He's at the back of the field. Is Crasher close enough to T-Hawk to make a move into turn 1? Xenon's retired on track.
Did he retire on track?
He did, yeah. He looks like he's crashed in a straight line. Crasher not close enough to T-Hawk. T-Hawk's got very good straight line speed, and Crasher almost out of ERS. Rackler's past F1 fan Red Bull, so Rackler back up to P4 now.
Matey Boy and Matey Boy spun in turn 1.
Oh.
Contact with Billy.
Has he got any damage from that?
Trying to make an overtake.
Mr. Boy looks to not have any damage. He looks okay.
He lost loads of time though.
Rackler, F1 fan side by side. F1 fan coming back at Rackler.
The outside, inside now for Rackler. Breaks late.
F1 fan tries the crossover move possibly, but not quite able to get the exit. But wow, F1 fan fighting back against Rackler. There's a yellow flag. Titus Luke's outbroke himself again into turn 3. And it's gone straight on. F1 fan dives it on Rackler.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's put Rackler in the wall.
Oh no.
Oh, and F1 fan's back through, but has Rackler got damage from that? As one of the leaders might have just got damage in the chicane. There was a bit of end plate in Castle. Or was F1 fans run wide and Rackler's through? But Rackler does have damage.
Yeah, he does have damage.
Oh.
Top 3 going on the straight right now. This could be interesting. Yeah,
Crasher all
really
over the back of
behind.
T-Hawk, yeah. Oh, but Crasher slightly taps the wall there. Just gets away with it. Is T-Hawk going to defend? Crasher's almost out of ERS. T-Hawk's not really going to defend it. Oh, but he hits him in the back in a straight line.
Yeah. Didn't go for the
T-Hawk racing. T-Hawk going on the racing line. Crasher trying to go around the outside. Oh, and he's nearly put him in the wall, and Tespaus hit him. Oh. That's really messy racing there. And Tespaus still decides to go for it at turn 1 despite the extra front wing damage. And T-Hawk really being muscled around at the moment.
Yeah.
Such a shame for T-Hawk.
Yeah, he didn't leave that much space by Crasher, I think.
No, I think Crasher decided to go for the outside when that wasn't the right move. T-Hawk was just running. No, T-Hawk was just running the racing line.
As I was Steven on defending, or as
Edzak, yeah, and there's a virtual safety car now.
Hey, I don't know.
F1 fan and Davey have come together, and F1 fan's got a time penalty.
Like every safety car, someone gets a penalty.
Yeah. I do feel a bit sorry there for T-Hawk though, he really did get shoved around.
Yeah.
Oh, I think T-Hawk's got damage as well from it.
If I were the medium runners right now, I would pit. If the virtual safety car
stays out, yeah. But yeah, T-Hawk's got damage from that as well, sadly. Obviously when Crasher hit him, T-Hawk went into the wall, so he's broken his front wing, which is such a shame. Tennis Bell with a massively damaged front wing. He's got to pit. There's no way he can continue with that amount of damage. And Crasher's ended up in the lead with no damage at all as the race restarts.
And T-Hawk
all over the back of Tennis Bell. Oh, Tennis Bell's going to hit the wall.
Extra damage. Tennis Bell should hit right now.
Oh, Michael F1 in the wall in the castle section now as well.
Yeah.
T-Hawk stays out. Tennis Bell's into the pit lane.
Doesn't crash.
And Rackler's in as well because he obviously has damage. Edzak stays out. O'Stephen stays out. Tish is now to 5th all of a sudden. Make that P4 is to go. Yeah.
Steven, yeah, good move.
Yellow flag in sector 2. Michael F1's crashed.
Yeah. Yeah, Michael.
Check Michael F1. Where does Rackler come out as Red Bull fan is pitted as well? Damon's pitted again. By the looks of things, he's also got damage. So that's his 3rd pit stop of the race for damage. There's now crash
That's that going wide. Tish on the inside, maybe? No, he doesn't go for it. Smart. Looking to set up a move.
Quite going to get him in the exit, but ooh, a little bit of a slide.
Yeah. To the castle section they go.
Edzak very cautious.
From here.
Does look like Edzak's overheating his tyres. He's sliding all over the place. Tish not going to go for the move here, which is smart. Yeah, but Tish with so much more confidence at the moment. It doesn't look like the mediums have really worked for people. It's the hards that have ended up being almost the better tyre at the moment. There goes Tish then.
Like everyone who went on the mediums Crash.
Yeah, and
Or
here
add a little
comes
bit of content.
here comes Tish on
Yeah.
Edzak. Edzak not really defending it. I think he knows that it's not a fight worth having. And Tish is through.
He's on the podium.
Onto the podium, despite being second to last at the end of the first lap. It's lap 11 and he's up into the podium positions. Just playing
that
into his
shows
hands.
how crazy Baku could be.
Yeah, Davies now into the pits. He's also got front wing damage.
Yeah.
There's not going to be any front wings left by the end of this. The thing for T-Hawk is as well, even though he's got front wing damage, he may as well just stay out until he can put another set of the mediums or put the hards on and...
Yeah, or do an overcut and maybe like get a chance, or just hope for a safety car.
Yeah.
So he could get a free pit stop basically.
Who else is close on the grid? It's really spaced out at the moment. But again, another race where the two people that qualify really well, both Tennisball and Rackler, have ended up down the field.
Billy and Steven are very close together. Billy trying to set up the final corner, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Billy late on the brakes.
There's a little bit wide, doesn't get the back exit, and Steven, who obviously has a very, very fast car in a straight line, looking to hold the position.
And Billy not having a lot of ERS left either to fight
However,
with.
he is catching a little bit. DRS will help him.
As T-Hawk's into the pits. Billy looks to the inside. Is he going to brake late? No, he doesn't. Just not close enough as T-Hawk's put the hards on. Has T-Hawk changed his front wing? T-Hawk doesn't change his front wing.
No, he didn't. Okay.
Wow, okay, so T-Hawk thinks that you can keep the pace up even with the front wing damage, and he comes out just behind Tennisball, so... Not too bad for him. Billy didn't get past us even in the end. But look at the lead Crasher has now. Crasher with an 11.2 second lead over Tish at the moment. But again, Tish just minding his own business, winning a clean race, and he's ended up at the front.
It'll be interesting to see if the hard runners will pit.
Yeah, will the hards last another 14 laps? Really, wow, that's a tall order if the medium runners can't last 10 or 11. Edzak's still struggling on those mediums.
Yeah, I think Steven's spinning this lap. He's really pushing, he's saving ERS for the second stint.
Yeah, Billy's up behind him. He's not going to go for a move there. We've got to be careful now because JB's starting to catch. Well, Billy again outbrakes himself into the last into what is technically the last. It's not technically the last corner, but it's the last corner you really think about. He outbrakes himself and he's not going to get the best run. But Steven really offline and he's running in none.
Non ERS. He's considering he's pitting.
He is pitting, yeah, but he's just going to sail past. Billy's recognised it and has put it down into lean. Steven into the pits then. The lap after his teammate.
Is in fourth right now.
Crash has pitted. We completely missed it. The lead is in.
Oh yeah. Looking for the mediums. Okay. So it seems like the hard runners might pit as well.
It seems like he couldn't get the hearts to the end. Where's he come out?
He's behind T-Hawk and Tennisball.
And a virtual safety car. And he's now ahead of T-Hawk because of the virtual safety car, because you can still keep full speed on the exit of the pit lane. He's managed to pass T-Hawk because of it. Incredibly lucky. And Van Dongen gets a time penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car. But that's now Tennisball. If Tish pits, Tennisball is now the net race leader. However, one person we've really got to look out for in this race is JB.
Yeah.
JB's hards are only 8 laps old, and he's, by the looks of things, just Dittersuit retires, he's about 7 seconds in front.
Matey Boy gets a penalty as well.
Matey Boy gets a penalty, yeah. Can JB keep those hard tyres in shape and hold on and win this race? he's in a good position at the moment if he just keeps it clean and if he tries to stick with Billy, maybe.
Just keeps his tires in check, doesn't push too hard, and
no.
controls his tires. I think he might get a podium.
We're
this
going
race.
again.
Billy goes a little bit outracing himself a little bit.
I think he just got away with it though.
Yeah, Crusher on the medium tires fitted just before the safety car, before the safety car came out.
Yeah. How is his medium performance relative to Tennis Bow on the hards as well? Is Tennis Bow going to put up a hard fight, or is he not going to? As I think Edzak's into the pit lane. Yes, he is. So Edzak, the last of the medium runners to pit now. So now it's the case of seeing who can take their hards the furthest. As Matey Boy's in on the hards as well, so he doesn't think he can take those hards any further. So he's in for a set of mediums by the looks of things.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's put a set of hards on, has he? Oh no, he's had a drive-through. I completely forgot. That's why he's in.
Oh yeah. Wait. Oh, Edzak's been for the mediums. I think he's been on the mediums the entire.
He started on the softs. He did
softs, yeah.
He qualified inside the top 10, so he's able to do that.
Yeah.
But he's only 3 seconds behind Rackler and is on 4-lap younger mediums. Is Edzak going to be in contention for a podium, possibly? Sandungan's just passed Matey Boy for P9.
He needs to push every single lap to make up the time to the hard runners and the other medium runners.
Well, there's your gap between JB and Tennis Bow. 7 seconds at the moment. Can JB keep this going? But can Tish and Billy keep this going? We know Billy's very good at being able to hold on to tyres. He's good racing Bahrain up until, unfortunately, his incident at the end. But he's very good at being able to hold on to those tyres. Is Tish able to take these another 13 laps? Tish is staying out.
Crusher on Tennis Bow on the straight.
Oh, already, yeah. And
it's a great exit, yeah.
Really, yeah, this is a done deal by the looks of things. Although look at Tennis Bow straight line speed as the DRS now kicks in though. Yeah, and crashes through. So crash up into P4, so now he's going to be chasing down JB. As Rackler's on the back of T-Hawk now. As Matey Boy now pits officially this time, by the looks of things. They've got Damon on the back of F1 Fan for 13th as well. Good to see that while these guys have had a bit of a topsy-turvy race, they're still going and they're still on for points, obviously. As Rackler and T-Hawk are side by side. T-Hawk outbrakes himself. Oh, and he's in the wall. Oh, that's like Edzak through as well. Oh, a disaster for T-Hawk.
Yeah. He was driving so good until.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a bit.
Oh, crashes in the wall. Just on board with Chase Bell. Crashes hit the wall and he's broken his front wing.
Yes.
He brought the gap down to JB to 5.5 seconds, so he was gaining a lot of time. But yeah, right front end plate. Left front, sorry, is completely gone, the end plate. So what does that do to his pace relative to JB and Billy? Is he still able to catch them on the new mediums, or does that put him at risk of getting more damage? So we've got Van Dongen now on the back of T-Hawk.
Yeah, T-Hawk doesn't have. I think T-Hawk has a red wing. Oh no, he doesn't.
Yeah, T-Hawk missing a lot of his front wing is really early on the brakes as well. So yellow flag in sector 2. I think it's F1 Fan. Hit the wall in the castle section possibly.
Yeah, he has damage. F1 Fan has damage. The front end plate is gone.
As Crasher sets the fastest lap despite crashing. Gap's down to 4.3, so he's still catching JB. Still catching. Despite the damage.
10 laps to go. 10 laps to catch up. 11 seconds to Tish. If Tish doesn't pit.
As Van Dongen and T-Hawk both pit at the same time. And Van Dongen actually, I believe, passed T-Hawk on the entrance to the pit lane.
I think Van Dongen had a drive-through penalty. Yeah, he does.
Oh, he does, yeah. And he's on 11 lap old mediums as well. We surely can't take those 21 laps.
No, he has to pit.
Yeah,
T
T-Hawk's
pits.
in
Yeah,
12th.
coming
He's
out
behind
12.
Damon. There's amazing. There's F1 fans also into the pit lane as well. Got JB's almost within DRS range of Billy now. But yeah, Crasher's still bringing that gap down. But the key for Crasher is with that front wing damage, he can't burn out his mediums because he's still got to do another 10.5 laps on them. And they're already 3 laps old. And with front wing damage, they're going to be falling off towards the end of the stint. Someone in front may have just got front wing damage at the corner before. Is that JB? Is that Billy? I'm not sure. I think it was Billy either. Oh, it might have been Tish. I think it was. Yeah, Tish has broken his right front.
Oh no.
As Billy's coming into the pits, I think. No, he fakes it and he stays out. Had me fooled.
JB's out as well. The gaps are a little stretched right now.
Yeah, it was T-Hawk's let Matey Boy through for some reason. T-Hawk, has he got damage again somewhere? Yeah, he has. T-Hawk's crashed again.
Yeah.
That was disastrous race for T-Hawk.
Yeah, it was looking so good in first.
It's all just gone downhill from there, really.
So unfortunate to see. I think a safety car right now would spice things up a lot.
Definitely. But Crasher only 2 seconds behind JB now. It doesn't quite look like JB's got the pace to do this. As Tish, despite his front wing damage, is still pulling away from Billy. But Tish has really got to nurse those tyres. Yeah, Crasher with so much more confidence at the moment.
Crasher's catching JB a lot, even with the damage.
Yeah, and Tish still pulling away out front. Everyone a bit spaced at the moment, not really anyone close enough to make a move yet. But Billy is in this time, so Billy's decided he can't go to the end on his hards. And his hards are 1 lap younger than Tish's, so...
Is he going on the softs or mediums?
I think it's the mediums. Yeah, it is the mediums. The softs just burn out too quickly by the looks of things, so he's out. Where does he come out relative to O'Steven and his teammate Davey? He's going to be ahead of them by the looks of things.
Out front of O'Steven, yeah.
Yeah, so
P7.
in P7, with a lot of clean air. What can he do about the people in front?
Crazy to push to that 7-second gap.
There's Crashers within DRS range of JB now.
Yeah. Yeah, Crusher almost pushing JB to the castle section now.
Yeah. Crusher, yeah, backing off, not going for the move into that corner. It's not an overtaking spot.
Heads up for the exit.
Yeah, really good exit from Crusher. Little wide,
Yeah.
but yeah, there's nothing JB can do.
JB's not fighting him as well.
No.
Just low.
As our race leader's in, Tish is in, so he couldn't take those to the end. Does he replace his front wing? JB staying out. Now where does this put Tish relative to everyone around him? Is he is replacing his front wing and he's put the softs on. So he's gone different to Billy. Is he going to be behind Billy?
Maybe. No, I don't think so. No.
It's going to be close.
At the end of the pit lane.
It's close. He is.
Billy has it.
Yeah, Billy is ahead of him.
The front wing change cost him a lot of time. but now he's on the soft tires.
Yeah, Billy's already taken over a second out of Edzak in front of him.
Billy doesn't have ERS though, which Tish has significantly more ERS than Billy at the moment.
JB just trying to stay within DRS range of Crasher at the moment.
Tennis hard seem to have come alive.
Yeah, he's up behind JB now as well. Ooh, JB makes a little mistake.
Yeah, I think JB has to pit. His tires aren't as fast, or yeah, doesn't seem too good for JB right now.
Yeah, and Tish all over the back of Billy now as well. As Billy's taking another second out of Edzak. Yeah, JB's dropped out of DRS range as well.
Oh, Tish! Oh, breaks himself. It's Billy.
Oh.
It's turn 15.
Is there any damage for either of them? I think Billy's got away with it, and so has Tish as well. So
Tish.
Not what they need to be doing there when they're trying to catch the lead.
Going into turn 15, and
Billy. Tennis foul to the outside. Jesus. Squeezing between JB and the wall, but gets P2. He did what Crasher was trying to do, and JB left him just enough room. As Tish has passed Billy now.
Yeah, Billy let him through on the straight.
And Billy knows that maybe Tish is on the faster tyre, and that he's got the better chance of catching.
Track along by the DRS.
Van Dungan's decided to pit now on those 14 lap old mediums. He knows he can't keep going. As Damon's also in as well. So that's Damon's 4th pit stop in this race. But good to still see them keep going though, even though they're not necessarily in the fight. They're still gaining points from it. So
yeah. As
Tennis Val's starting to catch Crasher now.
And Rackler is within the DRS of JB. After Rackler is on 10 lap on mediums, can he stretch those 6 more laps?
6, yeah, wow. It's a tall order. As Damon and Van Dongen have both gone for the softs, they might be going for fastest lap points as well. And the safety car!
Safety car, oh!
Okay, this...
Who crashed? Why? Who crashed?
I don't see any crash.
Yeah. I think,
Debris? Or the game just thought this is too boring and will add some spice into it. This...
I think the game just wanted some quick 5-lap sprint race.
This is going to completely shake the order up now. Who of the leaders pits?
I think
Crasher
or Tish. I think Tish might be in the lead.
Crasher stays out though. Tennis Bauer stays out. JB's in.
JB pits. Yeah, smart decision by JB.
Rackler stays out.
That's Zach pit.
No,
it doesn't. Everyone's opting for.
Everyone's just thinking to stay out. Is Tish faking coming in? No, Tish is actually coming in.
They're actually coming in. Okay.
So is Billy. That's an odd choice.
For both of them.
That's just gifted JB at least 2 places.
Steve's spinning as well. Davy's spinning as well. Okay. Top 4 on all mediums and hards.
Now JB back in the running for a really good result. He's now the lead soft runner.
Yeah, JB has the best tires.
And Billy beat Tish out. Did Tish have front wing damage again?
He must have. He must have changed something. Because Tish was in front of Billy, and now he's quite a few seconds behind.
Yeah. There's Matey Boys into the pit lane as well. And this is going to help the likes of T-Hawk out as well. And Damon, who were further at the back. And Damon had just pitted for softs.
Billy went wide. Billy went wide on turn 3. I don't think he has damage though.
No, he got away with it. I think he got away with it, but he just keeps the position to Tish as well.
Safety car. Oh, this is...
Wow, okay.
Yeah. This is saved.
How does Crasher and Tennis Val go about this? Because they've been the top 2 kind of fastest people so far this entire race, but they've now got 4 people on brand new softs directly behind them, all with a chance of at least scoring a podium.
I don't know why Tennis Val didn't decide to pit. Same for Rackler. to be honest.
Rackler, yeah,
Their tyres
I'm
are pretty
amazed.
old.
I'm amazed Rackler hasn't pitted on 11 lap old mediums. I
JB with the
understand
best
Tennis Bow
tyres.
because maybe he wants to try and get away a bit and gap them before they all catch up. But
the top four, they just stayed out. Track position is what they wanted, I think.
But the problem here is how long is the safety car going to stay out? Because look how far back T-Hawk and F1 fan are to the safety car.
They should make it before the final sector of this lap. Okay. I'm amazed actually that Tish pitted. I don't know if I think he must have had damage.
Yeah, because otherwise he would have at least gained a place on JB.
Yeah. Would have been the lead soft runner.
But yeah, Mateboy and Damon now onto the back of the group, so it's all a case of when T-Hawk and F1 fan can catch up.
Okay, this really spiced things up.
Really?
Looks like it's going to be
a 3 or 4 lap stint, depending on when the safety car comes in, if it comes in this lap or the next. I think it's fair to say today has been a crazy race, and it's about to get even crazier.
Yeah, I think a lot of people wanted to make up a lot of moves.
A lot of people got to prove a point.
Yeah.
Crasher wanting 2 wins in a row. Tennis Bow wanting his first after a relatively poor start to the season.
Even though he showed the pace in a lot of races.
Yeah, it's just not worked out for him. Same with Rackler as well. Edzak has been Mr. Consistency so far.
Yeah.
JB's not had his breakthrough performance yet, and he's in the prime spot to do something with it today.
Need soft runner with Edzak with 8 lap old mediums in front of him.
Yeah. And Tish, championship leader, wanting to keep extending his championship lead with Michael F1 out of the running.
He wants to keep his streak of every podium, every race.
It's Michael F1 out the running and SVD Rackler on 12 lap old mediums. Of course, Rackler and Michael F1 level on points at the moment. Tish still has a very good chance of extending his championship lead in this race. Safety casting out for another lap, so it's only a 3 lap stint that we're going to get by the looks of things.
Do you think will the DRS, how does that work? I don't know exactly how
the DRS will be available for the last lap only, by the looks of things.
Only. Oh, okay,
yeah,
that's going to be interesting for
the line, for the finish of the race. Yeah.
The thing is, if JB gets in front of Edzak at the restart, then surely he'll have Rackler, because Rackler doesn't have. Yeah.
Surely doesn't have the tyre grip.
Yeah.
Tennis Bow's on cold. Oh, Tish gets a time penalty for hitting Billy. Oh my word. Oh, and Tennis Bow's just hit the back of Crasher as well.
No penalty though.
Not by the looks of it. Lucky to get away with that, but yeah, Rackler on really old mediums. Tennis Bow's going to be on cold old hards, and Crasher with front wing damage.
Okay, I'm going to check penalties right now. Crasher has 1 warning. Doesn't look like he'll get a penalty. Tennis Bow has 3 warnings. I think one of those is for a collision. Rackler has no warnings at all. Edzak no warnings at all. JB doesn't have a warning at all. Billy has a penalty, it says here on lap 1. I don't know if that's the 5-second time penalty, but he has a penalty. Tish, 2 warning and the 5-second time penalty he just got.
Yeah.
Davey has 1 warning. Van Dongen had a drive-through early on in the race, but he doesn't have a warning. after that. Steven has a 5-second time, and I think he did that in the pit lane, and has 2 warnings after that. Matey Boy also has 2 warnings. Damon
Here we
has
go.
1 warning. Okay, that's surprising. And Teok had a 5-second time race. Yeah.
Oh, and someone's just ploughed right into the back of someone under the safety car.
Davey and Billy, I think. Or Billy on Davey?
Billy on Tish, maybe? How did Davey hit Billy there? 2 places apart. But yeah, people not reacting to people slowing down. How's Crasher going to go about this safety car restart? He's backing everyone up. Tish is looking incredibly racy.
Max Long getting ready to go.
When does he go?
He's keeping it at the latest possible.
He's gone.
And he's going.
Tennisbauer not able to react in time. Who is? Edzak's looking fast. Tish had to back off to not pass Billy before the line.
Davey
Are they going to
outside,
go 3
Davey
wide?
outside.
Van Dongen there as well. Van Dongen's going to pass Davey and all that as Davey outbreaks himself. Edzak has hit the back of Rackler. Rackler's around.
Took Edzak out.
And JB and Billy are through, and Tish as well. And Tennisbauer and Crasher for the lead. Tennisbauer on the outside, Crasher squeezing. They're costing each other time. Oh, Crasher just holds on to the lead. There's a yellow flag. Oh, looks like Damon's had an incident as well.
Yeah, Damon has an incident. He crashed again in the wall. And F1 Red Bull fan crashed.
Well, it looks Damon's like lagging on my screen. He's lagged up into 7th. He's left the session. But look at JB now. Or JB makes a mistake though. Billy's gonna have a go at JB.
JB needs to keep the inside just to hold him off, and he keeps the inside open for some reason.
Yeah, is Billy really gonna go for the move? He thinks about it.
Yeah.
They're side by side.
Yeah.
Billy late on the brakes. Not helping their cause though.
Doubling top 2.
Billy's through.
Yeah, JB will get the exit though and has the slipstream. Top 2, 1.4 seconds ahead of Billy and JB and Tish. It's going to be 3 wide, I think.
Yeah.
For the podium position.
Look at the straight line speed Tish has got.
Yeah.
Without DRS, he's going to go past JB. Is he going to dive, Billy? Billy moves slightly. No, but Billy holds P3, Tish P4.
And JB's now in P5 from P3.
After that one mistake has cost him so much time. And that's just given the top 2 a bit of a breather. As Damon's AI car has pitted. As here goes Tish on Billy now. Not quite close enough, he brakes really late.
But he doesn't go for it.
Ooh, Tennisbauer looks like he's dropping back now from Chris. From Crash, sorry.
Yeah, Billy's in the DRS now, or within the 1 second rating. It's not activated yet.
Which could end up saving the top 2 in this race.
Oh, Tish break himself. JB are on the outside.
Oh, side by side into the castle. JB backs out smartly.
JB backs out.
But that's put Davey on the back of these 2 now. Yellow flag in sector 1. Damon's retired. Looks like Damon's crashed. But yeah, Tish's that one mistake has dropped Tish too far back by the looks of things. And it's now Billy that's the lead soft runner.
Close behind Billy. Or
close behind
Tennisbauer,
yeah. Tennisbauer. No, oh, Billy hits the wall. He's broken his front wing.
Yeah. Oh, that's a costly mistake, I think, because he will lose a lot of time in sector 1 and 2. That was a weird mistake. You don't see that happen very often.
No, he just seemingly just drove straight towards the wall and didn't really steer away from it.
As yours has been enabled, Chris just...
Tish, so late on the brakes. His matey boy sets the fastest lap of the race. So late on the brakes from Tish. He's all over the back of Billy.
He needs to make this move right now to have a chance to go at the top 2.
Billy defends the inside.
Defends, but Tish has a lot faster car in the straight line. Yeah,
and Billy using none ERS as well. He knows that the fight's up.
Tish needs to push like crazy now to catch up to 10 as well.
But Tish still with a 5-second penalty,
DRS.
so it's all in vain by the looks of things. Tennis Ball starting to close a little bit more on Crasher as he just outbreaks himself though. Crasher gets a time penalty.
Penalty. He gets a time penalty.
Crasher with a time penalty on the last lap. That's just given Tennis Ball the win unless Tennis Ball himself makes a mistake. There's JB's past Billy somewhere as well. As Davies now passes his teammate.
Oh, Tish went a little bit out wide on the turn 15.
Well, out of one of the last corners into the last sector. One absolutely insane race. This has been beyond anything we've seen so far this season. On track, it's going to be Crasher.
Like yeah, but Tennis Ball looks like he's going to win the race. He runs out of ERS.
Runs out of ERS at the line. Crasher wins on track, but with the penalty, it's going to be Tennis Ball who's going to win the race. JB is up to P3.
Yeah.
Rackler P4.
P4. Michelle P5.
Michelle P5. Tish takes the fastest lap on the last lap as well. Tish ends up 6th ahead of Maisie Boy and O'Steven. T-Hawk 9th, despite a relatively horrible race for T-Hawk. He still manages to come home in 9th.
Safety car saved O'Steven, or T-Hawk, sorry, T-Hawk and F1 Rebel fan a little bit. Yeah, that was crazy final 3 laps. A lot happened.
Crazy race.
Rackler and just a lot of overtakes and a lot of wing damage as well. Baku certainly did not disappoint this race.
Definitely not, no.
As Tennis Ball wins the race, his first of the season.
Let's have a look through the list then. So it's Tennis Ball who wins. Crasher takes P2 despite the penalty, just ahead of JB in P3. It's Rackler P4 and then Van Dongen in P5. Tish, his first non-podium of the season, in P6. It's Matey Boy in P7 then, as O'Steven finishes P8 ahead of his Ferrari teammate T-Hawk in P9, and Davey rounds out the top 10. Past Davey, it's Billy, who was so close to having a podium, it's all fallen away from him at the end. Ends up P11. Edzak's 12th ahead of F1 fan Red Bull, who's the last finisher. And then sadly, Damon and Dittersuit did not score points because they DNF from the race. Other non-finishers were Michael F1, Xenon, and Ruben as well. An absolutely insane race that was. Utterly insane.
See the incident between Billy and Tish though on the safety car that might put Tish up to 2nd.
Possibly, depending on what it is, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, crazy. Who was your driver of the day, do you think?
I think, yeah, a lot of people had a great race, to be honest. Yeah, I think it's JB for keeping it clean throughout the whole race.
Yeah.
Running a great strategy as well.
I think I might have to go with JB as well. Tennis Bauer, good job as well, but a little bit of luck involved with that as well. But yeah, great races from a lot of people. Right, I'm going to suggest some people for some interviews as you're the party hosts. So. Let's see who joins the session then.
Yeah, This is that was a race and a half.
That was a heck of a race. That was utter insanity. I mean, the first 3 races have been very good so far in F3, and it's been a lot of good performances from a lot of people. But that was utter insanity, that race.
A lot of important strategy calls. The safety car.
Yeah, the safety car did save and did ruin a lot of people's races.
Yeah.
Again, I do feel sorry. I do feel sorry for yeah, I do feel sorry for Rackler. Sadly, punted out of a possible podium position.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like no one really wants to join for interviews today. I think everyone's a little bit heated after that race. So, in that case, I'm just we're going to end the stream now. So, thank you very much everyone for watching, and thank you for this insane race. Hopefully, the rest of the races after this live up to their expectations. But yeah, thank you Dylan as well for joining me in co-coms.
Yes.
But yeah, we will. Yeah, see you next week in Spain, guys.